Back when I was first starting school in the private stage, I was so lost on what to study. I mean, does this face look like it knows what's going on? Definitely not. Then I got to the check ride and it was a lot easier than I thought, but there were a few topics that we really hit hard on in the check ride. First of all, my name is Joseph. I help student pilots become private pilots. I also just reopened the one-on-one grounds. If you're interested in that, link's gonna be in the bio. Okay, keep in mind that when it comes to the check ride, all DPs are different. Some may ask about weather, some may ask about systems. It just really depends on who you get. And this is really where research comes into play. Do research on the DPE. If you can get background information on them, that's your best opportunity. You can also go and introduce yourself to them and say, hey, what are some common topics that people are missing right now? The good DPEs are going to say, hey, a lot of people are struggling with this, and this right now. Right there, you have your answer on what you need to study because you're seeing where people are failing. Now, outside of that, when it came to my check ride, I was hit hard on the pedostatic system. This is the components within the pedostatic system along with all the failures that come with it. I'm going to make a separate video on the pedostatic. It's going to be on my YouTube. Next is going to be your nighttime definitions. So important. Almost every single check ride I've ever been on, they've asked about nighttime. There are 3 regulations that you need to know about that. 1.1, which is going to be the actual definition of nighttime, which is evening civil twilight to morning civil twilight. Then we have 61.57 Bravo, which is when you could log your nighttime landings for your night currency. And then lastly, you have 91.209, which is going to be your nav lights need to be on from sunset to sunrise. Lastly, something that's really hit hard in the private stage is going to be the nav logs. And what I mean by that's going to be all the different calculations. Can you explain all the different numbers, true course, heading, what the difference between variation and deviation is, computing your gallons per hour, and not just that, but showing the DPE. Okay, I got this number from the POH and I found the information here. Make sure that every single thing you put on your nav log, you can back it up and find the resource that helped you calculate that number. And also, if there's any topic that you're struggling with right now, just let me know in the comments and I'll make a video on that.